Hey snare drummers, welcome back. In today's video, we're doing our solo number 19 from our Alfred book. This solo is using all of the components of the flam rudiments that we learned in the pages coming right before the solo. Solo number 19 is in 2/4 time, and it's marked at a tempo of 100 beats per minute. Now we're going to work a little slower today, like we do with all of our solos, so we have time to grasp the concepts and the rhythms that are provided. So we'll be using our flam accents, our flammacus, and all of our flam rudiments. So let's get into it and get started. We're going to play the first line and one measure, so all of line 1 and the first measure of line 2 as our introduction. We'll stop and then we'll play it a second time. Here we go. Ready? 1 and 2 and ready and go. Flam tap, 1 and 2. 1 E and a 2, 1 and 2 and 1 E and a 2 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2. Let's do that again. 1 and 2 and here we go. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 E and a 2 and 1 E and a 2, 1 and 2 and 1 E and a 2 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2. Now we're going to move on to the repeated section that starts in line 2. If you look closely, you'll see that that repeated section is line 2, line 3, line 4, and line 5. So we're going to be playing between the repeats. We won't repeat right now, we'll just play through it one time. So here we go. Line 2, measure 2. 1 is a 2, 1 is a 2, 1, 2, ready and go. 1 is a 2, 1 is a 2, 1 is a 2 is a 1 is a 2, 1 is a 2, 1 is a 2, 1 is a 2 and 1. And a 1 and 2 is a 1 is a 2 and a 1 and 2 is a 1, 2E and a 1 and 2 is a 1 is a 2, 1E and a 2 and 1. And a 1E and a 2, 1E and a 2. 1E and a 2 and 1E and a 2. 1E and a 2. 1E and a 2. 1E and a 1 and 1, 2. Little mess up with my counting there, but the rhythm was accurate. So go back and repeat that section, or let's continue on to the next section. So we're going to begin where we left off, and this starts with a couple 9-stroke rolls. And we're going to play from this line down to the end of the first ending of our section. That first ending is the third line from the bottom. So picking up where we left off with those 2 9-stroke rolls, 1E and a 2, 1E and a 2, and then some 5-stroke rolls, 1E and, 2E and. Here we go. To the first ending. 1, 2, 9 strokes, go. 1E and a 2, 1E and a 2, 1E and, 2E and, 1E and a 2, 1E and a 2, 1 is a 2, 1E and, 2E and, 1, and a 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 2 is a 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1E and, 2E and, 1, 2 is a 1, 2 is a 1, 2 is a 1 is a 2 is a 1, 2 is a 1, 2 is a 1, 2 is a 1 and 2E and a 1. 2 is a. And see there at the end of that first ending, we would go back to the repeat sign that we just crossed over. We'll play it and then we would take the second ending the second time. Let's start at the repeat sign that we crossed over when we were just playing. And then let's take the second ending and stop at the end of the second ending. So we're at the repeat sign 4 lines from the bottom. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2 is a 1, 2 is a 1 is a 2 is a 1, 2 is a 1, 2 is a 1, 2 is a 1 and 2E and a 1. Now we're at the second ending. If you look carefully, you'll see we got the 16th note triplets in this section. And that's how we count them like this. 1 is an and, 2 is an and, 1 is an and is a 2 is an and. In our tempo, 1 is an and, 2 is an and, 1 is an and is a 2 is an and. So let's give that a try. Here we go. We're starting right at the second ending where we just ended, and we're playing all the way down through to the end of the solo. And second ending, ready, set, go. 1, 2. 1 is an and, 2 is an and, 1 is an and is a 2 is an and, 1 is an and, 2 is an and, 1 is an and, 1 is an and, 2 is an and, 1 is an and is a 2 is an and, 1 is an and, 2 is an and, 1 is an and a 2, 1 e and a 2 e and a 1 e and a 2, 1 e and a 2 e and a 1 and 2, 1 e and a 2 e and a 1 e and a 2, 1 is an and a 2 and is a 1 and is a 2. Now the counting in the last two measures is a little tricky. We've got the 1 is an and a at the big and the second to last measure. 1 is an and a, 2 e and is a, 1 is an and a, 2 e and is a, and then in the last measure it's 1 and is a 2. So those two measures together are 1 is an and a, 2 e and is a 1 and is a 2. Really tricky to count that, but take it slow and really say through the counting, and then make sure that you can transfer it to your hands to play through that counting. So now it's up to you. We reviewed through all of those sections, but it's your turn to grab your metronome and set it and begin working through your solo number 19. So take it slow and gradually speed it up until you reach your goal of 100 beats per minute. So until I see you next time, keep drumming.